This question is a very straightforward question. You can see over here that this is the year, and there is a question mark like incision that has been drawing that has been made in order to mark the area of the incision that we are planning on giving in order to probably gain access to the condylar region. So the answer over here is the Alkayat and Bramley incision. So there are a lot of incisions that are available that can gain access, that helps you gain access to the condyle. In most cases, the Risdin as well as the submandibular incisions are used. However, with advances, there have been more and more modifications, and in order to decrease the amount of scar tissue that is formed, and since this area is the face is a very aesthetically appearing region, we have to make sure that the scar tissue that is formed in this region is as minimal as possible and as aesthetically appealing as possible. That is the reason why there were a lot of modifications that came into picture. The Risdin incision is a posterior auricular post-tramal incision, and then you have the Hines incision, which is a post-tramal, whereas you have the Risdin submandibular incision. So the Hines approach, even though it is post-tramal, it does create scarring in that region, and for that reason, we came up with these incisions so that we can have lesser scar tissue formation, and the patient is also happy. So the answer over here is the Alkayat and Bramley incision. This is the various 4 other different types of incisions that are there for this particular pre-auricular approach, because this is called as a pre-auricular because it is in front of the auricle, and the approach is in going to give you access to the temporal TMJ, which is again in front of the auricle. So the first one over here is the Blair's inverted hockey stick. Why is that? Because it looks like an inverted hockey stick. Thoma, on the other hand, gave an angulated, and the angulation is somewhere around 45 degrees. Okay. The third one was Dingman's incision, where he just made sure that there is no extension. You just go along the curvature of the external ear and you gain access. However, the biggest disadvantage of this incision would be that you will not be able to gain a lot of access, and the area of operation would be very limited. Lastly, Alkayat and Bramley, in order to overcome the disadvantages of these three incisions, because where they had limited accessibility, he came up with a question mark type of incision where they extend the incision a little more into the temple, and that is the reason why this incision is very popular. In addition to that, the incision is getting covered by the scar tissue. The scar tissue gets covered by the hair of the patient, and it is not very visible. You also have the bicoronal approach, where you take the incision from the auricle of one side and you go all the way up to the skull, that is the vertex, and then you come to the other side. So this is another incision, and that is called as the bicoronal, and it provides approach to almost the whole of the facial skeleton.